everyone. Welcome to Majestic Words Podcast. I'm Giovanna,
I'm Reneyywaters.
and we have special guests. Introduce yourselves.
They was here the last episode. Y'all know who these folks is.
My name's Ryan Adams, and this is. You want me to say
I
it
like
again?
it when you do
This
it.
is my main man, Joshua Hall.
Oh, they're best friends, yeah. So, yo, this is what I be saying on these. Having a conversation about relationships is almost equivalent to saying you shouldn't talk about politics or religion because they're controversial. Because everybody got their own definition of what be going on nowadays, okay? So we're gonna be talking about the difference between being a boyfriend and girlfriend, being exclusive, being in a situationship, and any other things y'all be making up just to make yourself feel validated, okay?
What Jada and August go through again?
Oh,
Oh,
an
the-
entanglement.
Entanglement.
I
An
know it's different.
entanglement.
Oh my
That's my man, real bad,
gosh.
all that, okay?
New one.
But Diddy and Carisha be talking about, that's my
They
man,
not in a
real bad.
relationship.
We
They
go
just
together real
dating.
bad, just anything, all right?
Yeah.
So, let's start here. Oh, I forgot dating.
Mhm.
What is dating to y'all?
Dating to me is exploring and trying to figure out who you like. A lot of people, I think, what was you saying last time what dating was? Because
Dating to me is going out on dates, just eating, going to golf, whatever
Girl,
it
I
is.
can't.
And I could go on 5 dates in a night if I want to. That's what dating is to me.
Oh,
What
well,
you
that's
mean- what you mean if you
exploring.
want to?
That's
Like-
exploring.
What that mean?
Dating to me is there's no attachments. I'm getting to know you. So you're taking me out on a date
Mm-hmm.
to get to know me, but I can go on dates with 5 different men because there's no strings attached.
I would
I'm just
agree.
learning.
So if you
Okay.
go out with that person again, is that still dating that person?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
I agree.
'Cause
Yeah.
I used to always think. I think I used to get like dating in. I don't know which one.
Relationship.
Situationships.
One of them, not even situationship. Maybe like talking. Like
Oh, that's another one.
I
Yup.
feel like I got dating and talking like
Talking.
confused a lot.
See, I can't stand that. Like, what is the difference?
I don't know because
Yeah,
I
what
always
is
thought
talking?
because she just said like dating, she can date multiple guys in a night. But also I thought before that like if I'm dating you, we're like, oh, we're almost exclusive. So I'm supposed to be focused on you. Am I supposed to just be focused on you? Like I'm not anybody else type of thing. But
See-
I guess that's not what it is.
See, okay, so I don't believe in talking. I don't know what that is. Talking to me is dating. Like combine
100%.
those, talking goes under dating. So I'm classifying it as dating.
Mm-hmm.
So that's the difference. So a lot of people say talking, and that's why I think we start, like the confusion starts because I might say I'm dating this person, and they might say we talking. And talking sounds like it's on a lower ranking than what dating is.
Okay.
But
So-
to me, it's the same thing.
So is talking and dating both like non-exclusive? Like
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's interesting.
Yeah.
I feel where you're coming from though, because I kind of
Yeah.
I don't know if it's for you, but I feel like when girls and dating became like a thing, as soon as a girl found out you thought she was pretty, it was like that was it. Like you either better move on that like and make it something more,
Mhm.
or like it's over for you, bro. Like your name is trash.
What?
Yeah,
You
at
gotta
least that's
move quick.
that's the feeling I had, and it was like, who said I even really wanted to go anywhere with her? Like she's pretty.
Mm-hmm.
That's all I said. You know what I'm saying? A lot of women are pretty.
Mm-hmm.
It's like, what do I do?
Can we talk about the establishment of dating and talking? I feel like men are very unbold and they don't establish the relationship before.
But there's no relationship in dating and talking.
Yeah, but it's still an establishment. I feel like you should still
Why?
you can't establish it. So if
For what?
What do you mean for what?
If
I
you-
feel like that's dating exclusively. That's a whole different thing.
No, I feel like, okay, this is what I'm trying to say. If I'm just getting now to know you, I feel like it should be established that we're just dating or something. Because I feel like a lot of women take it like heed and they just jump into it like, okay, we're dating, but I feel like it's gonna be something more in the future.
I'm not gonna lie. I think that's on you. Like, cause I feel like
I can't.
I feel like it's making an assumption because we weren't anything before we knew each other. Now because I know you and we've been on a date, now we're something. Even
But
though I
isn't
haven't.
that not dating?
I
No,
think
Like, I feel like it's
'cause
an establishment.
dating, we're dating if we're on dates.
I'm sorry.
what I'm
it's the
saying?
way he said it.
I think
Because we know.
it goes both ways. Like that's where like healthy communication. Like I feel like at every single level, healthy communication is necessary. Because if we think that we're
Right.
dating and we're really just talking and we never communicate about what's going on, like it doesn't work if
It-
just one side's communicating.
It becomes confusing.
Yeah, it does. So I see what you're saying. Like I see what you're saying, that you want to be able to know what's going on, like before, present, and like after, like what your plans are and everything. But I think the problem is that a lot of people are afraid of communication because they're afraid of their emotions. So they don't want to get deep with the person that they're not trusting with their vulnerability. So I'm not gonna tell you anything. I'm gonna do my own thing.
Right. And then also that goes back to, again, dating and talking is two different things to him. Dating is talking to me. So having that conversation with the person, like, oh, what does dating mean to you?
Yeah, that's
they,
important.
Yeah, and then they'll tell you like, oh, because now let's talk about exclusiveness. I ain't never heard of dating exclusively, you know? And then all of a sudden, like, I heard somebody say, oh yeah, I'm dating this person exclusively. I'm like, what the heck is that?
That's a
Isn't it
choice.
boyfriend and
Do you feel
girlfriend?
like
Yeah, yeah.
exclusively is also establishment? Or
Yes.
do you
It
feel
should
like
be.
It is, because
Okay.
it's just you two.
Yeah.
So basically, to me, dating basically what dating exclusively is, I'm dating this person only, but I'm still getting to know them. But I don't want to put the title of boyfriend and girlfriend on it. But I'm still doing the things of a boyfriend and girlfriend, but not everything exactly. So I'm
The
still
hell?
holding back
I
in
would've
certain
been-
aspects.
I followed you
Like,
I don't
completely.
like
wait,
that.
what is going on
I
here?
don't
That's
like
why I'm
it. It's
saying. That's why I was saying.
confusing.
Like, if we're dating, if I haven't asked you, then we're not. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, why would you assume otherwise? And I'm not trying to be harsh, but in my mind, I don't know why you would think that unless I've said that. Why we're anything more than that?
I could see how you would read someone's emotions. I mean, not emotions, their actions. Like their actions can be misleading.
Yeah,
That's what
but
I'm
yeah, that's
saying.
I think it should match. Like, 'cause
Yeah.
how like what you were
that's where
saying with
establishment
talking.
comes into the play, though. You
But-
should establish it. You should
Nah,
say,
I don't
okay,
think
we
you always
just
got to do
dating.
it with your words though, because like
How are you
can,
supposed to lead?
For
like,
example, I was about to say like because talking and dating, because I would say even like for me, I know when I kind of get into that more,
mm,
I'm gonna do things to get to know somebody that might not necessarily be the same as taking them out on a date. And I think that if I'm trying to get to know you, I'm gonna do small scale things that naturally require both of us to do to put in an effort. So like, yo, let's go to the beach.
Yeah.
We're just getting to know each other. It's not like it's very like low entry. You don't got to do a whole lot. Just show up. That kind of thing. Get to know you. Now,
With
if
no makeup or no wig. Let's see what you really look like.
absolutely,
I can't.
because for real, I want to love you for what's there
I'm
before you start
crying.
putting anything on there. Now you can do the extras if you want,
gotta put
but
these
I want
lashes on.
to love what is just you. You know what I'm saying? Because yeah,
If we
point
haven't
blank.
already noticed, Josh is just a sanctified. This is just a good
my
man
gosh.
right here. He needs
Yeah,
a
y'all-
wife
listen.
pronto.
no, I don't. No, I don't.
He need a wife
No,
pronto.
I
He's
do
a good
not.
man. For real.
I think that like it can go both ways. Like me personally, I'm very careful with another person's emotions. So if I'm going to like talk to you or like date you or whatever, I'm going to let you know like each step of the way. Yeah, I don't care if we go out or whatever. Even if I'm like dating, I don't know. I never really labeled it for real. But if I'm like dating you, I guess, or taking you out, whatever, like kind of like what Josh was just saying, and I'm not really feeling you, I'm gonna like tell you that I'm not really feeling you. And before I was kind of more harsh with my words. So like I would just like say it, and I've kind of learned to like be more gentle and everything because I know that's like important because I can't care about someone's emotions the way I said that I do if I'm really just giving them the blunt truth about how I feel without giving any, not sugarcoat, but any gentleness to it. You feel me? So yeah, I think that that communication aspect is still important to establish, but not every man does that.
A lot of them don't.
Thank
A
you,
lot
Brian.
of them don't. Yeah.
And, or they lie. You
Yeah,
know, like they
yeah.
really just want sex from you and they'll say it's something else, but you know it's just sex.
Right, because then like if I just say I just want sex, then you're gonna leave.
Exactly.
Yeah, so like
I personally feel like there's women out here that are okay with that establishment if you
For sure.
speak on it.
for sure.
But we won't know until you say this is what you want.
Yeah, but
like men don't speak on what they want.
The fear sets in because like sex is seen. Because women also say like, "Oh, all you want is like sex from me," type of thing. So if men keep hearing that over and over again, they're gonna be okay. Well, women don't want to hear. I just want sex from you. So I'm going to tell you something else that might not be a whole lie. That maybe I'm feeling you a little bit.
It's misleading.
It's misleading. because I've heard like a lot of other men say that I'll be feeling like a person like that man, and they have sex with them. Next thing you know, dang, I was wrong. I'm not really feeling you. Because a lot of men use physical attraction, like sex, to determine if they really do like a woman. Which is why a lot of men be like, yo, I can't really tell you if I like you until I have sex with you.
Yeah, I hate that.
Yeah.
That scared me a little bit.
Scared me too.
No,
I was
that's
about to die.
yeah. That scared me. But yeah, my heart.
You okay?
Yeah, no, I was really scared.
You're not allowed to be here, something.
I thought it was like a ghost.
A
For
ghost.
some reason, I don't know. My heart was just pounding. I don't know.
You were
Because it's dark in
crazy.
here, y'all.
Yeah.
So y'all gotta be mindful as well.
It is dark.
That's why I got scared. But yeah, that's where you were talking about earlier. The establishment is very important because it can be misleading.
Yeah.
And
What is
I don't-
situationships? Is that that I feel like is mainly physical.
Yeah, same.
Yeah, physical.
I can't speak. I don't know. That to me, that's like a.
Friends with benefits type of thing.
I'm
Situationship.
just gonna not even.
I think it's like before we were boyfriend and girlfriend, but not before. Like we
Before
were never.
dating?
Yeah, it's like it's a step before dating and before talking. I think it's like one of the first steps.
Let me ask you this: is talking come before dating to you or after?
Before.
For me personally,
Da-da-da-da.
I just do friends talking. We're my girlfriend now. I don't do no situation.
Without the
Yeah.
friend stage, because you guys do have different experiences. Without the friend stage, what do you think the friend stage? The friend stage, what else do you think should come in terms of what she just said?
Wait,
So I'm just asking you, in what order is it? Dating, friendship, dating, talking, then a relationship,
Oh,
or is it
snap.
dating?
Cut friendship, because I'm only saying cut friendship because a lot of people don't experience friendship.
Oh,
A
I
lot
see
of
what you're
people don't, they don't understand that friendship is important.
I get what you're
Okay.
So besides that,
I think that you could go from situationship to talking to dating to boyfriend girlfriend, but I also think that situationship is like a choice. Like we have to decide if we're going to be this physical early. If we're not going to be that physical early, then we can just jump straight to talking, where I care more about you. I think anyway, where I care more about your feelings and everything, and care more about what you're actually saying to me, rather than just trying to get in your pants. And then we move on to dating, where I'm taking you out, and then we move on to boyfriend girlfriend.
I think what y'all are pointing out is the fact that
confusing.
everybody thinks that you can order it however you want,
Mm-hmm.
and that there really is something about doing them in a specific order that allows for like
Transparency.
and it allows for people to go through a situation without like having to get hurt.
Ugh,
You know?
That's exactly why I was
pain
saying
is
like
horrible.
it's so
Yeah.
important to deal with another person's emotions so lightly, like so gentle. Like the scary part for me with dealing with a girl has always been you're trusting me with your heart. And
Aw.
the heart is like literally, if I break this, you can turn into a whole nother person. Like I've seen it so many times. And I don't want to be the reason why you turn into someone that you're not, you know? So that's why I'm transparent with like all the way, like, yo, this is what's going on. I don't want to mislead you. So this is what I'm feeling about like how we are working right now. You feel me? And like, yeah, like I said earlier, like men get scared about that part. And maybe some
Yeah.
women do too, because they're afraid to be vulnerable about like themselves. Because with transparency comes like, you gotta know my past a little bit. Because how can we really communicate and really kind of link and see if we're compatible if I don't tell you about who I actually am?
Yeah.
And who I am is defined a little bit in my past.
do you guys feel like it's important to cut your ties early before you begin talking to somebody and dating them? Like, is it okay to still date somebody else, or do you feel like it's like it should just be you two at the time?
I feel like it's stages. Like you can't. It's like
Because that's where I'm getting it confused. That's where I feel like an establishment should come into place.
Yeah, an establishment should come into place, like you said, at a certain stage when you guys are going out and you're like, oh, like what is this? Like if the guy's not asking, you could ask and be like, what is this, to make you feel more secure in it. Because sometimes if we wait around and wait for them to ask, it's our fault if we end up getting hurt in it because we had the opportunity
it's
to.
stages. Like how I say,
Yeah.
like things like get into like if you only see this dude at the bookstore, at the coffee shop, stuff like that, his level of investment ain't there. He don't want to spend time with you somewhere where y'all can go do something like an adventure or go to like on a nice, like have a good dinner. If he's not doing that, he's not really that invested in you. So you can kind of read that. You know what I'm saying? Like, all right, we didn't have three lattes, bro. And we for 30
Okay.
minutes. What are we doing? Like at a certain, you could just say, no, I don't need to go get coffee. Because you're not really dating. You're just going to grab coffee.
Seeing each other, that's a whole different one.
Yeah, like you're just getting to know each other. So
Yeah.
to answer your question, I feel like from my mind, is how I think about it. If I had like my eye on multiple women, I would be trying to get to know them all. So I'm not gonna take one to like Maggiano's and another one to like
The
I don't know,
coffee shop.
to the coffee shop. Like, nah, we all gotta do something, like with all of them, I have to do something the same.
Mm-hmm.
Because you can't like start taking some like so whenever I decide I want to go from getting to know people to like dating, I'm gonna cut people out. But because I didn't invest in them like that, then I mean some people might feel invested, but honestly, like I'm sorry if you felt like there was more there, but there just wasn't. Because I didn't give that to you.
And that's why I feel like the establishment is important. Because even if my mindset going into it is I'm dating around and you're just one of my dates, like for today, you could come into this thinking that you're dating me.
But that's what I'm saying is that's why my like whatever I propose that we might do, it's not gonna be that deep.
No, yeah.
Because I'm just not gonna, if I'm like, yo, let's go take a walk, I'm not gonna be like, hey, by the way, I'm trying to see if I'm gonna wanna date you.
No, yeah, no,
I'm saying?
I feel you. But I feel like it depends. Okay, so from your point of view, I see what you're saying. So you're just asking like a random girl without them knowing it's a date type of thing. You're not establishing that it's a date. You're just saying, let's
Nah.
go hang out.
Yeah,
Type
because
of
that's
thing.
literally what I want to do.
Okay, cool.
And I'm not gonna, and so while I'm getting to know you, I'm not gonna try to make a move on you.
Yeah.
Because we're just hanging out.
Okay, so that's to me, that's like friendship.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But because like exactly, yeah.
Yeah.
So I want to also mention that I know I wasn't taught that you can date multiple people at one time. I recently, in the last few years, I just started hearing about that as like a thing. Because I used to think, oh, if I'm talking to somebody, I'm getting to know just that one person,
Mhm.
so I'm not entertaining anybody else. Because
Right.
dating can be exhausting. Like going on I went on like 5 dates in 2 days. I was like, all right, I'm tired.
Props to you.
Yeah,
Mhm.
so I didn't know that was a thing, but it also helps you weed out people faster. Because if I'm going on a date with you at 6 o'clock and going on a date with somebody else at 8 o'clock, I can say, oh, I like him better than the guy before.
Mhm.
And some people, I realize some people don't always have that option. You might only be talking to one person, and so you don't have the option to say, oh, I like this person better. So a lot of times you might settle for that person because you want somebody in your life, but they're not the person for you, but you're settling for that because they're the only person that you have in your life. So when people be like, oh, like just move on, there's like a lot of people in the sea or whatever, some people have a difficult time doing that because they don't have those options.
That
Yeah.
makes
I agree.
sense.
Yeah.
Yeah, most definitely.
Yeah.
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 That is true.
And I don't think a lot of times we think about that type of stuff because I know there were times where I was only talking to one person because some women are different. Some women only talk to men that approach them, and some women will, go after go after somebody that she's attracted to. So it all depends on the person.
It's so hard to talk about because everyone has a different perspective on
Exactly.
it, you know? Like, so there's no like one right answer, I guess. But because I just started thinking about you could date within the last few years, like multiple people too.
Yeah.
You know, I didn't know that was a thing because I thought, okay,
Mhm.
if I'm dating you, I should just be dating you. If I'm not, I'm cheating on you now.
Right.
You know?
Exactly.
And
That's
then
how I
growing
felt.
up, everyone's like having multiple women or
Yeah.
multiple guys. I'm like,
Yeah.
I don't want to be that type of person.
Yeah.
So I don't want to be
Yeah.
perceived as that. So I'm not gonna date more than one person at like one time.
Mhm.
And
But
I think that came from no, go ahead. I'm sorry.
No, I'm about to say I just definitely see like how that I lost it. It's okay. It's okay.
You did it. Now you go.
It's okay.
Josh, you did it.
I'm sorry.
I was gonna say I feel like that comes from us having a insecurity and a sense of ownership. Like the idea that someone could get what is yours, even though it's not yours.
Yeah,
all
you
you
still
had?
become start becoming territorial, and then that's when you start like thinking about, oh, we're together, and you didn't even talk about what you were, and now you're thinking your boyfriend and girlfriend. Y'all didn't even get past like the talking stage.
Mhm.
Y'all just seeing each other, and
Mhm.
it's because it's the only person. So you start becoming
Yeah.
territorial.
I think it's like when somebody likes you, it makes you feel really good about yourself.
Mhm.
Yeah.
But that's why you need to feel good about yourself before somebody expresses interest.
Yep.
Because if I don't feel good about myself, and all of a sudden, oh my gosh, she's showing me like, yeah,
Mhm.
I'm
I'm that dude.
Yeah.
You feel me?
And then I see her talking to Ryan, and I'm like,
yeah, you're
you're not allowed to
heartbroken.
talk to other people.
Yep.
You're not allowed to talk to other people. You see what I'm saying?
Yo, that's what be happening.
Yeah, it's like, no, that's against the rules. What
Yeah.
rules? The rules.
And
Just the
then you
rules.
know, people in this generation love that territorial stuff.
Yeah.
Not me. Don't be claiming me if
Yeah, nah.
Well, that's
we didn't talk
where,
about it.
Respectfully, that's where the situationship comes into play, because in the bedroom it's something different.
Yeah. For
Yeah.
sure.
Yeah.
So outside of the bedroom, it's like,
It's free
oh,
game.
you
Mhm.
already know what's up. Like,
Yeah.
it's mine. So respectfully, that's how a lot of people view it as. That's why I don't like it. the
I
dating
think moving
stuff.
forward, I'm probably just gonna like, cause how you said everybody has such different ideas on it. Like,
Yeah.
I'm just gonna have to be me and see who's able to kind of gel with that.
If you had to choose a way, what's the proper way do you feel? What's the proper way of that you think dating is? I said that so backwards, but
I understood you.
okay.
I'm gonna get to know you, like that friendship jump.
Mhm.
Then we can date. And during the dating, I probably would like, I'm gonna be a certain level of vulnerable. And we talked about this before. But I'm gonna be vulnerable with you about something that I'm okay with you knowing if you don't handle it well.
Mhm.
Cause I feel like my experience has been like people get to know me for who I am, like maybe like publicly, but not like privately.
This is a burning question. How do you cut somebody off?
I think you just gotta let them know. Like, and like how Ryan said, you gotta. There's a certain amount of grace that you should do it with, and like give them your reasons. Like let them know.
Jeez.
But you
That's
know what I
hurtful.
also realized too that makes this whole process confusing. I noticed a lot of people. That's why actions, your action gotta follow your words.
Yeah.
But a lot of people will tell the person, "Oh, you mean so much? You're the only person I'm talking to, X, Y, and Z." So this stuff starts to fill this person's head up, and then they start believing all of this. And it's like you don't not want to believe it, because then you're going to go into everything thinking that this person is being
Mm.
deceptive. But then this person is actually really just saying this stuff to get something from you, And then now you're confused, you don't know what happened, and now you invested more into something based on somebody's words and not their actions, and now you're the one really hurting from it.
For real. Especially when you guys share those sentimental moments.
Yeah.
It's like, okay.
And somebody can just up and leave.
And then it's like you didn't talk to me and tell
Yeah.
me. So now that I'm sitting here like, okay, cockeyed, like, okay, what's going on? It's like, oh, it was just for the moment. It was
Mhm.
like sometimes people will never
Like
establish
downplay it, right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
sometimes people will never establish it, and it's like it's okay to just say, at the moment I was vulnerable, but right now I don't think it's the right time.
Like,
Mm.
I feel like you can't stop a liar from lying. Like,
Mhm.
it's not that you're knowing you're on a date with a liar, but people are naturally selfish, especially if they've grown up around everyone just going after one thing,
Mhm.
being like sex. Then I know how to play the game. I know how to like make you feel a certain way to where I'm gonna get what I want. And that's just like that's what everyone like kind of does, which is sad.
Mhm.
And that's why it's so important to be, when you're dating, to be protective over yourself. Like, really know what you're after, type of thing. Because I feel like you're going to be able to spot if someone's not being truthful with you if you've worked a certain amount of stuff on yourself. Like, you know what I mean? Like, if I'm at a certain level, say I've worked on myself for a good amount of time and I'm up here and I'm looking for someone who's either at this level or higher. If I come across somebody who is down here, I'm gonna be, but he's talking good to me or she's talking good to me or whatever. I'm gonna be able to spot like where you're lying to me.
What is this? But what is this? Like when you're saying you're working on yourself, what are those things?
It's not even anything in particular. It's just like for me, I know I work on myself like constantly. Like anything that I'm insecure about or anything that I feel like needs to be better in terms of my relationship with my girlfriend or relationship with even how I treat my friends or anything, I'm constantly trying to pick those out and try to see how I can grow. I try to talk to people to see how like where I'm going wrong, and I take criticism like pretty well, and I've learned to take it well too. So I'm naturally always trying to just grow. So I guess being up here would just be having that constant state of mind that I'm not perfect, I'm not better than what the other person is.
Because I feel like people might have misunderstood. Like,
yeah,
talking about
it's
something
not like
else.
I'm better than anybody. It's just that my mindset is on a level where I'm not trying to play games. Like I know what is that when I'm up here, I know how important the heart is. I know how important like people are. When I'm down here, I might not care. I just care about myself and my own heart. And I don't really care if you get hurt in my process.
Yeah.
Wow.
And I'll say this definitely is this is not a pass for everybody, but I know for me, one thing that I really had to like get self-control on was saying like those sweet nothings. Like I'm a songwriter, I wrote poetry. Like I know, like everybody knows what to say. Everybody knows what women want to hear.
Yeah.
And my goal was not, I wasn't like, oh yeah, I'm gonna say this and sleep with her, but it's like just the fact that you can like put a smile on somebody's face. Like that on its own is like that's dangerous. And you think
Fuck
it's
them right
like,
out of them drawers.
yeah,
Yo.
you could do it, but like that wasn't
It's
even.
possible. It's possible.
Things are happening. I know that movie, Brandy.
Right. It's possible.
But it's just how it goes, and so I think sometimes guys,
I can't.
Sorry.
sometimes guys say like what to say, and like this is how you get a girl, because that's so important. Like growing up as a guy, you're like, man, you can't get no girls.
Yeah.
Well, how do I get one?
Yeah,
And you
no,
learn,
right. Yeah.
and you like this is what you do, and so sometimes like being able to get a girl is not about her, but it's about like your ego.
Yeah. All the
You know what I'm
time.
saying?
I can't stand that about y'all.
But it don't. But
Now women's starting to do it. Hello.
but the
They are.
but
But
the
it's a problem when we do it.
It's a problem when everyone does
It's
it.
cool when they do it. It's about when we
I
do
don't
it.
think it's cool. I never
It's
thought
not cool.
I never thought it was cool when anyone was like trying to brag to me about playing a girl or like trying to brag to me about having multiple women. It's like, okay,
It's not
like
cool.
what's your end goal? Like, okay, we're 14 or whatever, but
For real.
like still where does this go?
Yeah,
That's
you're gonna
what
lock
me
in
and
on
G was
that.
talking about
Right.
growing out of friendships and stuff like that. Just growing out of that.
Sometimes that can
friendship.
be ugly, but it is what it is. If
Growing out of a friendship? Oh yeah, we know.
But if I got a, and it's not even a, I think when people look at you, they have to look at everything they've chosen not to be, right? Because if we believe that no one is better than the other, and I do believe that, I think that there are things that are natural to everyone, but there are also a lot of things that separate us by choices. And so it's like, bro, I just made a certain set of choices. And if you are upset with me for the choices I made, I think you're just mad that you didn't make those same choices. And maybe you did want to make those same choices, but you didn't feel like you had what it took internally to actually follow through on it. And so, but if that's what's gonna make you be upset, bro, I can still have love for you. But if you're gonna be mad, bro, you're just gonna have to be mad. And that's just how it is.
Yeah. Okay.
But thank you guys for tuning in. That was very interesting. Learning about how other
How
people
dating
think
works
about
and stuff like that.
situationships, relationships, boyfriend and girlfriend, dating, and all of the above in between. So tune in next week, guys. Have a wonderful day.